Hello again, everyone! We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to Stellaris. With the 1.3 update imminently upon us, well, give or take a couple of weeks, I figured let's do a quick campaign just to refresh ourselves on the game before it comes out. Because I really do like Stellaris, and even though the last campaign, it sort of ended without a proper conclusion, I'd say, just because certain things were kind of annoying me, and I figured, I'll just leave it and we'll come back later. Now seems like a good time to come back. So here is just randomly generated names, slightly edited to sound better. Basically, the gimmick, or the idea of this campaign is we're going to play as basically the only intelligent life in the galaxy, and we are looking to spread out, assimilate other species, and, become a big super empire thing. This idea makes me hope that in a future expansion, Paradox actually adds, actual parasitic races in a fashion similar to the Gold or the Yerk, or... those are the only two examples that are coming right away to my mind, but, there's plenty of others. Or those mind worms, slugs, things from, well, pretty much every sci-fi ever. Anyway, yeah, so I'm thinking we'll play on a small 400-star galaxy. Apparently I can't cut this down to 0, so we'll have 1. Might as well make it an advanced start, because if it's the only other species out there, might as well. We'll have high aggression, because even then, the AI tends to not pick fights that often. If I recall them, unless this has changed so that they're even more aggressive since I last played, but yeah. We're also going to make only hyperdrives available, because I've kind of, in a couple of off-camera games I've started and tried out, hyperdrive-only galaxies are actually pretty fun to play as, because there's a small amount more, or a slightly increased level of strategic depth, because everyone is following the same kind of network of travel, and you can sort of set up blockades and stuff like that, which I think is pretty cool. But anyway, let's jump into the game, shall we? Alright, and here we are. Here is our lovely little race of space slug slime. What are we, really, would you say? We are whatever this weird fungusy stuff is, so we're not really a slime, or... What are we? What would you say we are? Some kind of goo that is entrapped this thing? Something like that. Anyway, first up, we want to make sure we immediately start creating another science ship, because it's always useful to... you know what, to heck with it. We'll go with just a boring old elliptical galaxy for this particular campaign. Makes it easier to travel around, I guess. Though, I really don't like this particular shape of galaxy. I don't really know what. Well, it's mostly because it's just so open. I prefer rings or spirals. There's other types, of course, if you actually look into mods and stuff, which are also pretty cool. But yeah, we'll start with this. Pretty nifty. I like it. I'm happy with it. And let's see. Construction ship can just sit there for the time being. Let's see. We want physics labs. We want bio labs, because we're in no rush to colonize. And, oh, good, an engineering facility. I was about to say you never see an engineering facility on as your first pick. But apparently I was wrong this time. And I am happy to be wrong in this particular case. I think physics is usually one of the most important researches to get going right off the bat, but we'll see. Alright, we have a new heir. That's good. That's pretty nifty. Also, first time playing as a non-democracy. I would laugh if that was already... Well, it has a combat level, basically, so it's definitely not an AI science ship. And I'm hoping, since we're the only species here, that AI is somewhere else. I'm also wondering what kind of fallen empires we're going to get. But I'm also really excited for the 1.3 update, because there's going to be a lot more options to control your startup. Like, you'll be able to set the sort of percentage of habitable planets. You'll be able to set whether there's any crises at all. So if you don't want to deal with the Unbidden and the Scourge and the Robot Uprising. The Robot Uprising maintains... or I maintain, is probably one of the least impressive uprisings or crises in the entire game, mostly because of the fact that, well, it doesn't really... I have yet to see an AI crisis actually get off the ground. Like, it feels in its current state, you basically have to get the rebellion going on your own and sort of help them along a little. Which is kind of interesting, because the AI, if they actually do get a foothold going, they become really, really strong. But because of the way, I guess, the rebel system works in this game right now, it really, like, I think the game needs to give the AI rebellion a bit of a buff. But anyway, moving on. You can also set the number of fallen empires. I think I said that, but I might not have. And there's other stuff. Other really cool stuff. Nice. And sector AI is getting, one, you're getting more options for how to control them, which is good. And two, they're, of course, going to be made ever so slightly smarter, hopefully. So that will be good. Let's see, a 17 world and a 16 world. Not bad. What's this? Some sort of radiation. Someone trying to communicate with us. We'll leave that for now, because it has a 30% fail risk, and since we are playing in... Oh, hello. Ooh, this is an interesting starting quest. Let's see, our first stumbling steps in the void beyond Mare Umbra. We're not motivated solely by curiosity or a desire to conquer the unknown, or a need to leave our mark on the galaxy. Biosphere of Mare Umbra has undergone rapid changes in the past few centuries, and prominent scientists warn that Mare Umbra may be faced with the beginnings of a mass extinction event. A cyclical purging of life that is inseparable from planetary existence in the greater cosmos. A research plan has been put together to study a number of planets rendered uninhabitable by major astronomical incidents or planet-bound catastrophes. We hope that by reconstructing these events, a similar fate may be... this 4 should be deleted, but anyway, may be avoided for Mare Umbra and the Umbran race. It falls to you, as mother of the Umbran consciousness, to ensure that this expedition is carried out. Consult the situation log for details.
Situation log updated.
Also, I should probably point out, I can get kind of pedantic, I guess, if that would be the right word in this particular situation, which I feel it's not, but it's early and my lexicon is not entirely booted up yet. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I guess because I write a lot myself, and I'm really hard on myself for spelling errors, I can't help but notice stuff like that in other things. But yeah. Hopefully I don't sound too nitpicky about stuff when I'm like, oh, there's a spelling error.
System survey
because,
complete.
Trust me, I am not that much better.
Updated.
It really depends on, you know,
Anomaly
how
found.
I happen to be. Let's see, signal, small object. What the heck, why not? Alright, let's, oh, good, we found a proto-civilization. Nice. It means we can uplift them. Now what we'll do is we'll survey this planet, or this system, and we'll kind of skip over it. No. Good sir. Oh, good, it actually automatically changed. I like to set these things to not be evasive, because it does require me to be a bit more micromanagey, but I like the AI to not kind of take forever. A mummified pilot. Poor guy. Anyway, what else do we need to do here? Well, we need to continue building up our planet, that's for sure. You can sit here, my good man. And you can go over here, because we have plenty of food. We're a collectivist species, so we end up with more of that stuff than your average bear. Alright, good. We'll also get our construction ship to just build all the things in here. And that's all we can afford right now. Well, that's okay. Next month we'll be able to afford that one research station. Not a bad starting planet. Not the best, but not the worst. Which is good. They've also changed... You can't research these things in parallel anymore, so I guess might as well just get those out of the way. I kind of hate that. I also hate the fact that it stalls out your society research.
System survey complete.
And other things like that. But 1.3 is also going to change so that when you're doing like researching debris and stuff, or I guess these projects, it won't actually stop your research because the science team will actually be doing science on its own like it should. Because that's why we have a goddamn science lab on our science ships, so that we can do science without having to stop what we're doing back home. But anyway, enough of that. Let's see. We know now, without a doubt, that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Mare Umbra, but the scientific community and the public at... Oh, this is
Situation log
something,
updated.
something we've seen
System
before.
survey complete.
I'm also hoping that when we inevitably get started on the Precursor event line that we get the Cybrex, because every other
Construction complete.
Precursor event chain sucks at this current point in the game.
Anomaly found. Special project complete.
Let's see. Orbital shipyard. Tire sections. We'll leave B for now. We'll come back for all this stuff later. Alright. The space cows. Nifty for them.
Situation log updated.
Let's see. Nope, that's just space amoebas. It's perfectly fine. We're good. Construction ship. We will have you build a research station, then build another research station, and then you can kind of sit here for now. I like getting the research up and going immediately, and then everything else just kind of fills itself in from there.
Survey complete.
More or less. Let's see, how long is this going to take? Couple of months, probably. Hello? Oh my. This looks like a dangerous planet to be living in, so let's skip right on over that. There we go. Lovely. You know, I actually like this. Oh, shite.
Science ship
Ah.
under attack.
Where? Ah, dagnammit. Oh, hell. Alright, let's just tell you to immediately skip over that world. You might be able to escape, maybe. Are you about to escape? Doesn't look like it, so we'll cheat this one. And this is kind of an exploit, but, you know, why the heck not? Basically, what we'll do is... Wait, what's the ship that's being attacked? Hang on a second. Who are you? Hoto. Which is almost potato. So you're a potato now. Alright, let's see. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Wrong thing. Here, and where's Poto? Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Let's see here. Ah, there you go. There we are. Saved your life.
Special project complete.
Oh, and what do you know? Oh, shit. Establish him.
Situation log
Okay, pause.
updated.
Pause. Jeez, what is it with all the, Okay, where's Poto again? Actually, yeah, you're actually better suited for distant stuff, so that's good. And you can go back to this, and there we go. Alright, so we'll send you home just to get your research done. Or to
System
repair
survey
yourself.
complete. Anomaly
Sensor
found.
echoes, unidentified object. A lot of level 3
Research
anomalies
complete.
going on here. You will go with this one. Mostly because that'll make all of our stuff even better. Mostly, probably. Which I like. Very good. Very good indeed. Alright. Oh, you're not moving anymore. This is the problem with micromanaging. Another thing that the Heinlein update is going to do is actually allow a measure of automation, which is good. Because more automation is better than less. Because I don't know about you, but I, for one, don't like having to micromanage all my science ships and stuff. I mean, the first couple of games, it's fun and all, because you're getting new events and stuff, but after that, it gets to the point where you're just like, well, why can't I just send them to automatically
Anomaly found.
do this stuff? You know what? 22% is okay. I'm willing to risk that. Excuse me. Let's see. We'll go with this. Yes. Now, this is probably going to be a somewhat slower-paced game, because it is mostly just about the kind of exploration and stuff. And I guess we'll want to really build up in a reasonably fast fashion. Yeah, so that'll be a thing. A thing we will want to concern ourselves with. Let's see. We'll go this way, and this way. What's the order that this other ship is doing things? All right. There we go. So we'll go here, and then over here. Excellent. All right. Won't queue up too much. All right. I don't like that event. I don't like getting survey data because it stops you from getting random events. More influence is nice, and we don't really need anything else right now. Excuse me, let me have a sip of my drink here. Anyway, another thing I'm looking forward to about the upcoming 1.3 update is that it is going to be accompanied by the first paid, well, it's not really a full expansion, it's a story pack, which will add more events and stuff to help fill up the mid-game. I'm pretty sure that the base 1.3 Heinlein expansion, or patch, update thing, will also have some stuff to fill out the mid-game, but the story pack, Leviathan, is going to have even more stuff, like space dragons, and a little thing called the War in Heaven, in which there... Whoa. Slow down. Slow down there. In which, 2 or more, I think it's just 2, but possibly more, awakened fallen empires, because that's something that just base 1.3 is going to do. Fallen empires can now wake up, which is pretty nifty, and in fact, fallen empires are going to be made a little bit more interesting, because they'll have quests for you, they'll make requests. In their fallen state, they won't really get all pissy about you doing stuff, but I assume you doing stuff that they would normally get pissy about would help encourage them to wake up, because they'd be like, you know what, we really don't like all the atrocities that guy's doing, we should probably do something about that. Ah, please be the Cybrex, please be the Cybrex, please be the Cybrex. And stuff like that. I forget exactly what triggers them waking up. I remember reading about it in the development diary, but that was a while back, and I've already forgotten all the exact details, but I'm pretty sure your action... Praise RNGesus. Alright, so we've discovered... Now, I think I mentioned this before, but the Cybrex are basically the only worthwhile Precursor event, because every single other Precursor event doesn't really have a particularly cool homeworld. I'm hoping that they kind of buff that up a little bit, so that... Because the Cybrex, they get... Their homeworld is a freaking ring world, first of all, which is just amazing. And you get a unique tech from it, which is also pretty amazing, which gives you a unique strategic resource, which is pretty awesome. And I haven't actually finished this particular Precursor event line, so I don't recall all the stuff that it does, but it does do some stuff. They're robots. They're like the Reapers. Sort of, I guess, maybe. Because they're a cybernetic race that at some point launched a crusade to destroy all sentient organic life in the galaxy for reasons unknown.
Situation log updated.
And I'm not sure if it actually answers that question, because again, I've never finished this event line, so I don't know if finding their homeworld helps answer the questions. But it'd be nice if it did. Another thing that we'll hopefully run into that sort of helps already in 1.2 spice up the mid-game a little is hopefully we find space nomads who have been made a little bit more interesting because there's more interaction with them and they do more useful stuff instead of just putting you into contact with people, and they're like an actual physical entity that you can run into. This is a pretty nice system right here. But yeah, basically, all kinds of cool stuff is coming up, and I trailed off, didn't I? Something about the War in Heaven, multiple fallen empires fighting one another. It's pretty cool, because not only do they fight, but it was kind of inspired by the whole Vorlon versus Shadows conflict in Babylon 5, which is pretty damn nifty, I would say. So I have to be honest, I've never seen Babylon 5. I've heard... Wait, it is Babylon 5, right? I'm getting the name right, aren't I? I hope so, because it's something I haven't seen. But I'm told it's actually a really good series, and that it's really good, sci-fi, even if some of the special effects and stuff have not aged well. Indamac homeworld. Agendus 2 was originally the homeworld of the Indamac, another victim of the relentless expansion of the Cybrex. The planet was bombarded from orbit until the Indamark offered their surrender. Cybrex warforms then descended to the surface, initiating a program to exterminate the Indamark population that would last for 3 years. Along with 7 billion Indamac, this also resulted in the destruction of an estimated 97% of the planet's biota. Is that a word?
Situation log updated.
I mean, I assume it is a word because it's there, but it's not a word I have heard or come across before, which is interesting to me. All right, let's just kind of get all this out of the way, and also track this on the map and perhaps research it right now. Can't, apparently. Is there a reason I can't? Why can't I? Have to have skill 4 or higher. Well, it's not going anywhere, so it's all good.
Hostile fleet detected.
Hello. Why have you come into my system, angry space amoeba creature? Wait, why is this not built? I thought I built this research station. I forgot to build it, didn't I? That doesn't surprise me. We'll build this. And I guess we'll build over here. And over here. And you can come back home. Which also reminds me I should probably work on building up the stuff on my own homeworld. Like this. And like this. Once I have the...
Hostile fleet.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who's evading? No, no. Dagnammit. Build. Build. And build. Alright, good. Just ignore the angry space amoeba.
System survey complete.
There we go. Alright, good. And you also ignore the angry space amoeba, or whatever happens to actually be there. What are you? An alien vessel. Probably a space amoeba. Maybe a crystalline entity. Apparently, crystal forged plating is also going to get nerfed or changed somewhat.
Situation
That's useful.
log updated.
In 1.3, which is a tad unfortunate, but combat is in general getting rebalanced in 1.3, so hopefully it makes things a little bit more interesting and doesn't make it so that tachyon lances and crystal forged plating are basically the indisputed one and only true path to go on if you actually want to be good, or something like that. Anyway, so yeah, overall, pretty good stuff. I'm excited to be really getting like a proper full campaign going. I'm thinking that for our proper full campaign of Stellaris, in 1.3, we will be playing as the Gaslight Empire, and we'll be playing with some mods, because I like mods, and because I want to play as a robot race, gosh darn it, and mods allow me to do that. And it somehow feels fitting. Gaslight Empire, robots, steampunk. If I could draw and animate in a decent fashion, I would make some fitting pops and character backgrounds and even ships that would look nice and fit in with the art style of this game for the Gaslight Empire, but unfortunately that goes beyond my meager skills. In fact, I have no drawing skills. Basically, if I tried, you'd have these horrible little stick figure things. But yeah, that's basically that. And that's all I have to say on that particular subject. So I think we'll wrap this episode up for now. And I'll probably do a couple of episodes in this campaign just to tide us over until Stellaris 1.3 and EU4 Rights of Man and possibly Civilization 6. I'm considering picking that game up on launch because it's been a while since I've played Civilization, and that's pretty cool. But basically, I guess where I'm going with that is that October is going to be a very busy month for the channel, possibly. So, yeah, lots of good stuff there. But that's going to do it for this episode, so until the next time, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Leave any thoughts, feelings, comments, questions, whatever, in the comments down below if you have them, and I will see you all in the next video.